Hello everyone, today I'm back for another Minecraft statue tutorial. Today we're going to be building the Spectre from DC Comics. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this started. So to build the Spectre, you're going to need green concrete, light gray concrete, white concrete, black concrete, and green terracotta. So once you have those together, we can go ahead and begin. We're going to start the Spectre off with a row of 8 with your green concrete. We are then going to do this again. We are then going to do a row of green terracotta, and then we're going to bring that row of green terracotta forward just by one. We are then going to do 5 rows of light gray concrete. Just like that. The next row we're going to do 2 light gray concretes, 4 green, 2 light gray. And then we're going to do 3 entire rows of green concrete. And once you've done that, you will have finished the legs of your Spectre statue. So, moving on to the torso, what we're going to do is we're going to make this entire first row just green concrete. And then what we're going to do is we're going to build the hands. So we're going to do 2 green terracottas, 2 green concretes. Same thing over here. Just like that. For this next row, we're going to do 1 gray concrete on the ends of the row, 2 in these kind of even spots, and then the rest is light gray. Just like that. Next row, 2 light gray, 4 gray, 2 light gray. That's concrete, obviously, not anything else. For the next row, we are going to do 2 light gray, 1 gray, 2 light gray, 1 gray, 2 light gray. And then you're going to do this again with the 4 gray, and then again, and just like that. So that's his abs. We're then going to do an entire row of gray concrete. For the next row, we are going to do 3 light gray concretes, 2 gray, 3 light gray, and then we're going to do that 2 more times. That's his pecs, obviously. The next row, we're going to do 3 gray concrete, 2 light gray, 3 gray, and then the final row is entirely just light gray concrete. So once you've done that, this is going to be the front of your Spectre statue. Pretty simple. Real quick, what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 green terracottas right here, and then we're going to have 3 green concretes coming out from that. And then we're going to place 1 right here on the ends right below it, and then 1 on top of those. So something like this. Moving down to the arms are pretty simple. We're going to do an additional row of green concrete, a row of green terracotta, and we're going to bring that forward. We're then going to do 2 rows of light gray concrete. The next row, we're going to place 2 gray concretes in the middle of the row, then 2 light grays on each side. Next row is entirely gray concrete. Next row, we're going to place a gray concrete on the ends of the row, and 2 light gray in the middle. Next row, 2 gray concrete in the middle, 2 light gray on the ends, so it's the exact opposite. And then just fill these last 2 with light gray, or last 3 light gray. And then we're going to take out our green concrete, we're going to drag these all the way over, and then we're going to place 1 right here. So that is that arm. For this arm, it's the exact same. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this one pretty quickly. So by the way, thank you guys for all the suggestions. I've never gotten these like this many suggestions before. So yeah, thank you guys all for the suggestions. So there we go. That is the front of the statue complete, besides the head, of course. So moving over to the sides, they're pretty simple. We're going to take everything back by 3. So 1, 2, 3. And with the green terracotta, we're just going to bring these blocks over. Don't connect them in the corners, though, because it looks kind of weird. But if you want to, you can, but I would recommend not. We're just going to build all this up. There's that side of the leg. Let's do this one. By the way, I'm very excited to see Superman, so I am ready to see that movie. Yeah, let's just fill these in. Yeah, as of me recording this, it's, I think, 2 weeks out. Yeah, 2 weeks out, I think. Maybe it's next week, I don't know. But, oh, I did that really early. Whoops. Bottom of the hands are green concrete, of course. And the sides, I mean, you're just, don't bring the gray concrete back. That just is on the front. That just says muscle definition. We will extend this out. Back of the arms are a mirror of the front minus the muscle definition. That's not back here. Well, actually, here, let me fill this in real quick. So you don't actually have to fill in the back. Obviously, Spectre has a cape, so you don't have to fill in the back if you don't want to. I'm going to, because I feel like he's incomplete if I don't. So don't put the green concrete or terracottas there either, because yeah, we're going to put the cape here. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and fill in the back. You don't have to if you don't want to. So if you want to just skip ahead to when we start building the cape, go right ahead. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and fill this in. Because I have OCD. But yeah, guys, I am very, very excited for Superman. I thought Creature Commandos was a really solid start to the DCU. And I'm very excited to see where Superman goes. So that's the back. Oh, and real quick, let's get the shoulders. For the shoulders, we're just going to fill these in with 3 rows of green concrete. And then on the top, we're just going to fill these 4 rows in right here. Nothing crazy. That's just kind of like the cape draped over his shoulders. And then for the cape, all we're going to do, we're going to take this block, drag it all the way down to the ground. Oh, I didn't do this side. Whoops. And then take this side, drag it all the way to the ground. And then we're just going to fill this entire thing in. And that's it. That's the cape. Yeah, we'll add all this in. But yeah, like I said, I'm very excited for Superman. I know it's technically one thing that a lot of people forget is it's not the first. I know James Gunn's kind of clarified some things. Technically, the Suicide Squad is canon. I mean, there's going to be a few things in there that aren't canon, but I mean, Peacemaker season 1 and Suicide Squad are pretty much entirely canon based on how I got it. So technically, the Suicide Squad is the first movie, but the Blue Beetle's canon too. But yeah, so I don't know why they're so touchy about that. Well, Peacemaker, I mean, you have the Justice League at the end, but that can easily just be forgotten about. But yeah, so, which by the way, I like that Suicide Squad movie. Pretty good movie. But yeah, that's the cape. And actually, one thing we might do real quick, 4 blocks in, so on this 4th block here, we're going to drag it all the way over. And then we're going to go 2 blocks in, and then another 2, so just like this. And then we're going to kind of make it look like his cape is like kind of creased up on the ground because it's like so big. I may add like one over here, or like this 4 block kind of deal over here. I don't know if I like that. There we go. But yeah, if you want to do that, you can. I just kind of thought of that on the spot, so I thought it looked kind of cool. So yeah, there's that. So for the head's pretty simple. All we're going to do is we're going to bring the green concrete forward by 2, so it'll be right onto here. And we're going to go ahead and bring it back by 1 since we already have the cape on. And real quick, we're just going to go ahead and fill in all the sides except the front with green concrete. So we're going to go up. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just by 8 blocks. Which, by the way, for those of you who don't know who the Spectre is, I've thought about doing that, explaining like who the character is in the video, because I know some of you aren't going to know who I'm building. So the Spectre is pretty much, he's a member of the Justice Society in the comics. So basically he was a human, from what I recall, it's been a while since I've read up on a story, but he was a human named Jim Corrigan, I believe, Kerrigan, something like that. And he basically gained like godlike powers from this entity called the Spectre, and he pretty much is, he's kind of like Dr. Manhattan in a way, if you know who that is, but he's got like god level powers, so it's kind of crazy how powerful he is. But yeah, he can like live outside of time and stuff, so he's been adapted into a few types of mediums. But anyways, for the face, what we're going to do is we're going to bring this forward by 2 with the light gray concretes. And then for this first row, we're going to do 2 gray concretes in the middle here, 2 light grays on each side of that. We're going to do 2 light gray concretes above the mouth with 2 blacks right next to that. Then going to do 2 whites on top of the black concretes, and then go ahead and surround that like that, and on top, of course. And then the rest of the face just was light gray, just light gray concrete. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get out our green concrete, and we're going to place 1 right here and 1 right here. And we're going to drag it all the way up, over, and down. We're then going to do 4 green concretes right here, and then 2 right here. And so yeah, once you've done that, you will have finished your Spectre statue. So yeah, guys, that is the Spectre. Yeah, I mean, he's pretty simple to build, so there's not really a lot going on, but I mean, he's a very simple design in the comics, so I mean, it's kind of hard to adapt something so simple. So, but yeah, guys, thank you guys all so much for watching, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.